right, here we are. We are at the Coast Guard Air Station Borinquen, I think it is. Borinquen. So we're at Borinquen. And we are sitting at the Rafael Hernandez Airport, Aguadilla. And we got a mission. We got Hurricane Erin off the coast. We have a fix of where the eye was at 2 p.m. Atlantic time, which was, let's see, that was 1800 Zulu. It's now 12, or it's now 2000 Zulu. So we've got a couple hours removed, so we're going to go ahead and fly out there, go to the first fix, and where the eye was, and then we're going to go find where the eye is and find out what the fix is there, understand the distance between the two, understand the time, take the time, then we'll be able to see how far it went over that period of time. And then we're also going to measure how far the diameter is of the eye wall. What's the distance of the diameter from one side to the other? So anyway, this should be interesting. Usually Coast Guard doesn't do this. Coast Guard is search and rescue. But anyway, we're just going to say that Buster just got asked for a special mission, and so that's in special surveillance mission for Hurricane Erin. So anyway, here we go. We ready? Let's get going. Let's get the battery on. We're at 25. That's good. Let's get the emergency lights armed. We already have the fuel on board, so that's good. Let's go to dispatch for avionics. Let's go nav, beacon, good. Got some lights on. Alright, let's go ahead and we're going to be taxiing down. Wow, are we going to back taxi? Actually, we're going to cross Charlie, Mike. Interesting. All right, how are we looking? We got good oil pressure, N2, N1. Fuel's in there. Hydraulics are good. Fantastic. Let's close the cover. Let's go ahead and get our climate control to norm. We don't have ATC at this point. Let's go ahead and get the avionics. Let's go ahead and get the pause in it. So you could see here we've got degrees, minutes and seconds, degrees, minutes and seconds, very complete. Yeah, and so we're definitely going to be able to understand what we're doing. Once we get to the certain points, we'll have very accurate fixes. Let's see, what are we? Route menu, flight plan recall. We did put the fix in. We know what we're doing. We know where we're going. And there it is. It's going to be 174 miles out there to the first fix. This should be very interesting. Should be very interesting. Let's go ahead and do the perf init. Alright, so we got that in. Let's get the weather. It should be fun. It's like TJBQ. And there we go. So winds are 210. We got this at 1950 Zulu. So that was, it's now 2014 Zulu. So that gives you a little bit of an idea. The pressure's not incredibly low. I mean, we've seen that pressure. That's not bad at all. But yeah. I mean, let's just see how low we can go on the standby. So now we're negative, going in the other direction. That's it. 27.9er. We'll leave that where it is. This should be interesting. All right. Departures. What are we doing out of here? There's no departures. We're going to be taking 2-6. No departures. That's fine. Let's go to legs. Easy. Easy peasy. All right, performance. Let's get to the per page. Takeoff. Winds, we said it was 210 at 11. Outside air temperature is 28. We're at 29.76. It's wet. We're going flaps 15. Let's go ahead and send that in. All right, we got enabled for our VNAV. We got VNAV in the left side, which is fine. That's what we're looking for. All right, let's make sure we got the right squawk. 7,000. That's fine. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it like that. Tab 124.95. All right, put the guard on, and we're good. What else do we need to do? I always keep frying these guys. We gotta make sure we got that stuff that's off. Okay. Altimeters 7.6. So let's get this down. Is that the height of this airport? Is 220? Well, it says it's 194. Let's see. It's probably going to be 2974 right now. All right. All right. So that's looking good. We got the squawk. Autopilot. Let's work with the autopilot. Let's disengage. Let's press the toga. So we got TO, yaw damper, and TO. Flight directors are indeed on. Pre-select LNAV. And the VNAV. So we got VTO. That's what we want. Runway heading. We're going to be blasting out of here at 262. There. Alright, so we're blasting out at 262. We're gonna just go all the way. So we're going to do flight level 410. How interesting. So we'll be able to see where the tops might be. Alright, so we got that. Takeoff data, let's confirm the takeoff data. So we got 101, 102, V-rotate 115, excuse me, 102 is V-rotate, and then we're going to climb out of here, V2 plus 10, right? So probably 125 we're going to be bolting out of here on, probably 20, so 125 will bolt out. All right, beacon on. Let's go ahead and get engine number 1 going. How are we looking out there, Buster? Don't see anyone walking around, so. So I'm not so sure we'll be able to see the ISO well at 4100. Well, or flight level 410. I think we will, actually. I don't know if we'll be flying through it. We might have to drop down to flight level 200 to fly through it. I mean, that's what we really want to do, right? I mean, yeah. All right, so engine start, we're good. Left engine, yeah, we're good. So let's go ahead and close this bad boy. All right, let's go ahead and reset the generators. Avionics is on. Let's go ahead and so you can kind of see what we're doing. It's a pretty simple route out of here, so yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Hydraulics, looking good. Electrical, all set. Climate control, we're at norm. Cockpit, cabin and cockpit temp, good. Pressurization, good. Trims, let's get them in. Alright, something just happened. Alright, trims are in the green. Flight controls. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral. How about our full left, full right, neutral on the rudder pedals. And let's see if we get that speed brake. Yep, no speed brake. How about spoiler retract? Yep, there's spoilers. Looking good. Looking good. All right, let's go flaps 15. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Buster, you signed up for this. Come on now. Come on now. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Oh, you know what? I could have done this. Hold on. Oh, that's just trims. Those must be just trims. Yeah, those are just trims. Okay. I thought that would have shown us. That's kind of dumb. All right. All right. Pushback, we don't need it. Squawk code, we're good. TCAS. Are we set to TA? Yep, we are TA on the TCAS. All right. Let's go ahead and self-report. We're going to come out Alpha Charlie. We're going to cross 26 at Charlie, Mike. That's what we're going to do. That's a big runway. Algodia traffic. Coast Guard 1006, taxiing to runway 26 via Alpha Charlie Mike, crossing 26 at Charlie. Algodia. All right, let's get the light on. Everybody, take your seats. Passenger signs, boom, boom, boom. Doors, windows are closed. All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and nix the parking brake. The casters on this thing is crazy. Look at that. All right, what do we have? A taxi checklist. So we've released the parking brake. We've tested the braking, the steering, flight engine instruments, flight instruments. They all looking good. ITT's looking good. N2's looking good. Oil pressure's all where we want it. N2's good. Is this Charlie? What is that? Lufthansa. Is this Charlie? This is Charlie. Let's get the strobe on. Algodia traffic. Coast Guard 1006, crossing runway 26 at Charlie. I don't know if they actually do this or not. I mean, with this bullet, we didn't, I'm sure we didn't need to come all the way this way. This thing would be off in the ground in 2 seconds. Oh, that's interesting. All right, before takeoff, shall we? Anti-ice not required. Flaps, they're verified at 15. Speed brakes, well, they're retracted. Trim set for takeoff. Autopilot. We are TO, VTO. Yaw damper. Yeah, as soon as we put on the autopilot, the yaw damper goes on, right? While we're out here, let's get the passenger signs were good. TCAS for TA. Landing lights, strobe, chrono. Okay, we're good. All right, so we're gonna blast out of here, and then we're gonna climb to V2 plus 20. So let's call it 135. Flaps will go up. Is there a hold short line? I didn't see it. Did I blow through the hold short line? I don't see a hold short line. Oh, maybe it's up here. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Alright, let's pull up here to the line. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our pitot statics on. We're not going to need anti-ice right now. We're 15 on that. Weather radar is good. Landing lights. Let's go ahead and get the landing lights. Strobes are on. Alright. Let's go. Aguadilla traffic, Coast Guard 1006, taking runway 26 for the northbound departure. Aguadilla. So we're going to rotate at 102. And so our acceleration, once we get to 1,500 feet, wow, boy, did I really. All right, so I'm used to these big old airliners. Acceleration will be 115. We're gonna push the nose down and go into climb detent, and then go ahead and hit flight level climb. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got for half. Go chrono. Where's the chrono? There's the chrono. Again, I was like, oh my gosh, look how fast we are. Alright, V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. 135 is what we're climbing out at. Ooh, that turbulence. And we're getting rocked. Let's go ahead and pop back into the climb detent. Oh, not cruise. Climb detent. Let's go flight level climb. Let's go flaps up. And let's turn this to 240. All right, let's go ahead and push that nose down. Let's get the autopilot on. Let's go, let's take the heading bug. Are we on the heading? LNAV 1 was armed, but it never went through. So let's go ahead and hit heading. Let's take a look outside. All right, so 240, we're climbing, flaps are up, gears are up. Let's just do a quick landing gear flaps. Throttles are in climb detent, which is what we want. Yaw damper is on, right, because autopilot's on. Anti-ice not required. We're gonna keep the passenger seat, yeah, seatbelts are gonna remain on. Sorry, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and there we go. All right, so we're now headed in. We're making our turn. All right, let's go ahead and get the lights off. We're passing 10. All right, so we'll stay on this. We'll stay on this. We're got an accelerated climb, 240. We're now on LNAV 1. Let's get our heading. I guess I could have just pushed it. Yeah. What's the winds like? Okay, so they're coming off our left side at 36. Oh, so you can see now where our FMS position is, and you could see our UTC time is 20:39. So this is going to be pretty exciting. We're going to be able to get the exact positioning. So we're going right to the exact position of where the hurricane was at 1800 Zulu UTC. So at 1800 Zulu, I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple things, guys. Let's go ahead and they're running C-130s. Interesting. Which is what we should be doing. Here's a C-130 right here. So he's going to a point. Be curious to see what he ends up doing. What was that? Okay. All right, so it was 21.3 north, 68.0 west is what the hurricane was. Hurricane was at, also, just so we know, was 946 millibars, and it was 40 nautical mile diameter. Was the eye. All right, let's take a look around a little bit. So we're going to be able to take exact, and we're getting popped around a little bit. Not in Kansas anymore, Buster. Man, are we getting popped around. Holy mackerel. We are getting popped. I don't think there'd be a lot of whitecaps out there. Well, better we can hold on to these suckers. What is this? Oh, we got some lights. All right, we may need that. All right, once we get to the first waypoint, we should get there. The time it would take is 29 minutes to get there. And where is our... Okay, we're already up 9 minutes. So we've been in the air for 9 minutes. We should have 2,000, just call it 2,500 in fuel. When we get back, we'll have about 1,900. So that, just so we know, 1,900 of extra is a lot of fuel, is a lot of extra. That's 1,900 right there. Yeah, 1,900 to get to our alternate plus 45 minutes of reserve. So we can eat about 45 minutes if we wanted to hold inside the eye if we wanted to. There's a bunch of things we could do. I actually threw in as some extra, right? So I threw in about 30, 40 pounds extra, which is very material. This is looking like the eye. Yep, this is definitely looking like the eye. So it was 21.3. So when it says 0.3, right? So 0.3 times 60 minutes is 18 minutes. So it's really 21:18 is where we're going. And west we're going to just 68. 068. With no minutes. That's where LL01 is. We should be there in 19 minutes. It looks like the eye wall is shaping up. There's a potential for the eye wall, for the last fix to actually still be in the eye wall. It's just not the center. So we're going to fly around to see if we can find the center. And we're not above it. We might be getting there. Wind speed now is shifted. It's more of a headwind at 40 knots. Let's see what flight planning has for us. At our destination, there's no way that the wind is at 25 knots. There's just no way at that altitude. Well, this is definitely going to be a learning experience. I mean, we can see the sun now. And I can't change our altitude to 0. I don't know. I don't know how I would actually check the barometric pressure, honestly. I mean, I'm not at sea level. I could set it to sea level and see what the barometric pressure comes up to. We're at climb. We've tried. Oh yeah, look at that. So we're at 100%. How's everything looking? N2's fine. ITT is getting okay. It's running up about 650 each. Fuel. Yeah, we burned a little extra on the right side. We're getting there. What is the service ceiling? CJ4 service ceiling. 45. All right. Well, let's go to 45. Not sure we'll get there, but let's go anyway. So we're gonna get there. I think we're gonna get there in 20 minutes. So I think we're gonna get there. I think we're gonna be, well, we're gonna get to the old position in 15 minutes. The new position will probably be 5 minutes after that. So I'm thinking 20 minutes. It's 51 right now after, so I think it's more like we'll get there at 21:12. Well, look at this. So it looks like we may get to the top, which would be pretty darn cool. Which I don't think, I mean, you know, what are the tops? Let me go, ceiling tops. Ceiling tops, Hurricane Erin. Cloud ceiling tops. All right, so we're going to aviation weather, and I'll give you, so the tops are 45, flight level 450. flops.
Altitude.
So we're right there where the tops are. Man, it's taking it like a champ. Look at that. It was interesting. We were coming up pretty quick. Probably should have done the engine anti-ice. We never got any icing warnings or anything like that, which is probably not accurate. Particularly engine anti-ice. Should have just had engine anti-ice on. Alright, so we're skimming along at the tops, which is pretty darn accurate. So you could see here that the tops are at flight level 450. So fuel management wise, ground speed is 370. 370. Got a little bit of a headwind, about 50 knots. It's variable, 30 to 50. Oh, that was a big one. Autopilot's working extra time for sure. Alright, we're 57 after, so I'm thinking maybe that there might be another weather update. Oh, I'm having a hard time pressing the buttons. Alright, so we're 50 miles out. So we got 45 miles to go to the last known fix. And then from there, we'll find the center. I think the fix is going to be near the eye wall, honestly. It updated, so winds have gone down to 8. All right, but it's variable, 170 to 240, 10 statute miles, scattered 3, broken 42. So it's VFR now. It was marginal when we took off. Pressure 77. Well, we've got a lot of bad stuff up ahead. Time to go to cruise power. Just noticed our speed. We've sped up quite a bit. What is our ground speed? Let's do the cruise checklist. Alright, so passenger signs, anti-ice as required, top of descent. Nope, don't need that. I'm surprised it doesn't say throttles. Change your throttles. We're going to pull it back a little bit more with all this turbulence. So we're going to pull it back to 85 on the N2 in cruise. There's the eye. Hands down, that's the eye. Yeah, we're getting tossed around. Jiminy Christmas. I mean, I'm getting seasick. I'm not even in the airplane. Airsick, I should say, seasick. Hopefully you brought your barf bag buster. It looks like the center's right in there. If I were, but you know. So we can take a reading, 2 readings of latitude and longitude, and there's a calculator that will tell us the exact distance between the 2 readings, and that will allow us to be able to get the diameter of the eye. Alright, so we're going to be there in 3 minutes. I don't think the eye wall is very well defined at this point. I'm having a hard time even just making out where the eye could be. Like, is this the eye wall right here? Alright, we're 5 miles away from where the eye wall was. I'm going to push us up to 90 on the cruise. 91, 92. Our speed was getting awfully low. All right, here we go. We're over it right now, and so we're over it at 21:05:20. Zulu is when we hit it. All right, so we're gonna go in this direction. Getting hit by 75 knots on the left. Love to turn on an overview. I am going to do it. We're going to use some more technology. So I think we're going towards the eye, but haven't seen. I'm trying to get us. Trying to get us to show up in Bad Sim. Alright, let's go ahead and go heading mode. Got it. Alright, here we are. And I think we need to come up here. So we're going to make a right-hand turn. We're going to do this visually. Let's go to 290. So we need to get a fix on the center. So you can see we're right here. Sorry guys, I had to change the so 2118. And then 68, so we're already at, yeah, we've gone more west. There's a red over here. Good night. Let's keep it on 25. Alright, you can see the turn right now, so I think we need to go ahead and make another right-hand turn. So let's go ahead and put us closer to 33. So we're trying to track down the eye. We're using VATSIM right now to help us because our radar isn't the best. We're going to go ahead and go on to alright, so we're headed 3-3. Yeah, it does not show weather off of this. All right. So you can see us right here. And I think we're going to need to make a right-hand turn. So let's go to 340. So we're going to 340. So we're trying to track down the eye. We're kind of using the VATSIM. I think the eye would be right around in here. That would be the eye. So we're trying to track down the eye, and then we got to take a pause in it. Because we know where the eye was last time. So the eye at 2 o'clock is at 21:18. 21 degrees, 18 minutes north. And then 68 degrees, 0 minutes west. That was at 1800 Zulu. think we're going to need to cut it up. You could just see it right in here. Now, we don't really know how defined the eye is. This thing has started to buckle down a little bit as far as category 5 to category 3. So alright, so we're going to go back to cruise at, let's just go 95. Let's try to pull cruise to 95. Alright, so there we go. We're getting closer to the eye. I think we almost need to go due north. Have we completed our turn? Yeah, let's go due north. Find it really interesting of the bright reds. So we got to our first waypoint, 21:05:20 Zulu. Go to 10. Shoot, I'll even want to go. Let's try to go to 20. Uh-oh. What do you guys think? Interesting. Is that the eye wall? Holy crap, I think that is. Let's cut it back to the left a little bit. Right in here. There it is. Geyser's the eye. I think we found it. There it is right there. Oh. All right, let's keep it going. Uh-oh, wrong one. All right, so we're gonna come back here. I think that is out there. I should have taken a reading for sure. We're definitely limited. Is that water? It is water. Alright, let's take a reading right now. So 21, 48, 90, 69, 06. Alright, let's get back due east. I think it's going to be in here. Pulling our speed back. There it is. Alright, this is what I'm going to call SVI. Getting pretty close to calling it. Right there. I can see all the way down. Alright, so let's take it right now. We're at 21, 45, 45, and 68, 54. 68, 54, and it was like 90 something. Alright, so that's what I'm calling it. But that was the eye. We flew over it. I could see the ocean. That is pretty wild. Get a little picture for posterity. Now, as far as the width goes, that's a tough one. That's going to be a tougher mission. Because I can't really tell with the radar 50 miles away. So let me see if I could, I wonder if I could put in a fix. I wonder if we could put in a fix. Latitude. 21. 45. 45? No. Alright, let's try it this way. 0. Oh. I don't even know if it'll let me do it, but let's just call it LL02. Oh. Well, we're gonna make our own. Zero, 2, 1. Yeah, we'll have to work that one out. Don't quite know yet. These are definitely brakes, but they're not eyes. But that could be considered an eye wall. But you could see how stiff it is. About 50 miles away. What is our heading right now? 8.3. So 260, 263, going back in the other direction. It would seem to me that this would be the eye right here. But let's go ahead and make a right-hand turn and go to 260. All right, 263. Oh, is that the eye wall? Did that just open up? See this, guys? To the south? Ooh. This could be interesting. We're going to stop it at south. Alright, we're going to stop it right here. This could be it. Let's get to the right. $95. 200. let's do this one. Oh boy. Once we get over it, we'll count it. You can see it right there. Wind's cooking left to right, so it's pushing us. It's pushing us. Let's go back to 200. Well, as soon as we get in that little patch there, we'll take the reading. That looks to be about it. Doesn't look like. Alright, so here we are. We're entering the side. So let's go 21, 3, 5, 70, 68, 28, 30. So that was the first side. And we'll take a reading once we get into the middle. So it's saying this is it. Alright, we're in the middle right now. So 21, 32, 46, 68, 28, 79. So that's the middle. Get the end, which is probably up over here. Alright, we're out. Alright, so it says we're through. Alright, so let's take it. This is the other side. So this is the other 21, 27, 80, and then 68, 28. 89. Yep. All right, 89. All right, so we got the center fix. Hold on. All right, so we got the center fix. We got the center. We got the walls. Awesome. All right, I think we got what we needed to see. Thank God. Thank God we had that, because honestly, our deal isn't as great. Isn't as great. Okay. So let's head back, shall we? And we can kind of work some things out once we get in. All right, let's go. Alright, so we'll stay on this until we catch our way back. Alright, so we see the magenta line coming back. So we got 2,000 pounds of fuel left. So we'll be back in 31 minutes. So we're going to eat up, yeah, I mean, just say we're going to eat up another 300. We'll be at 1,700 when we land. So yeah, we're good. All right, that's a wrap. So let's go ahead and it's interesting that I can't put, I'd love to put in a fix, you know what I'm saying? And then hold around it. We gotta figure that out. Can you create a fix? That's the problem. I'm not so sure you can. Zero 21, 35, 70. It's just not taking it. We'll have to figure it out. Oh, we blew right past it. I wonder why. Nav 1 is armed. Alright, let's go direct. We'll just do that. Make it easy. Oh, we got our top of descent coming up. How nice. Ooh, and I didn't take the exact time. We could probably look back on the video and see the exact time. Right now, we're 21:41.19. So I'm going to say that was least 10 minutes ago. I could just say 21:30. So 21:30, which makes it easy, right? I mean, you know, it's 2.5 hours. So basically 2.5 hours. So 2.5 hours since the last reading. And let's see if we can find the distance. Well, first of all, we're going to come up with our top of descent here. So tell you what, let's go ahead and put arrival. Oh, there's an RNAV. Perfect. Oh, light YIPP, whatever it is. All right. Perfect. Now let's go find the legs. Okay, there we go. So we got to go 4,800. T-burn 4,800. So let's go 4,800. So we'll set 4,800 in. We'll use VNAV to get down. And then once we're on our way down, then we'll go ahead and take a look at other stuff. All right. We briefed the arrival, legs, landing, fine. We haven't done the performance for the landing. We haven't done minimums yet. Ring set, we haven't done any of that. Let's go ahead and set it down to 1,800. The alt path. That's what we got. I guess we're gonna get, in 2 miles, we're gonna get some sort of signal. At 1,800 foot per minute is what we need to get down to. Will it just do it on its own? 5 miles. Oh, here's the star. It's the star of the show. All right, here we go. Wow, we did it. All right. Let's go ahead and pull it back to get into the 80s. Do a little work while we're doing this. Latitude. All right, so it's 21, 18, let's go 0, 0, and then west was 68, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then latitude 2 is 21 degrees, 32 minutes. Maybe that will work. $28.79. $31 miles. So it moved 31 miles in 2.5 hours. So it's going 12.5 mile an hour. So the hurricane's tracking 12.5 miles an hour. Right? So we got the original at 2 o'clock and then at 4:30. 4:30 or it was 21. Oh no, wait a minute. No. 18, so 19, 20, 21, 30. It's 3.5 hours. My bad. 3.5 hours. So I got 8.9 if I got the right one. 8.9 miles or nautical miles per hour. Statute miles would be 35. So it's 10 miles an hour. 10 statute miles an hour. So I see it slowing. Interesting. Which, who knows? Maybe that we gotta have the right fix, but that's interesting. Woo-wee. Let's go ahead and slow us down a little bit. So we're hopping along. Let's put in the diameters. So the diameters were, the one side was, that we got was 3.70 and 68. 68, 28.3. And then the far side, 27.8. $68, $28.89. 9. So we have we have a 9 statute mile wide diameter eye. All right. So, and that's basically going off of the VATSIM center. So we got the wall in the, we got the size of the eye. So from wall to wall was 9 statute miles, and then the center was 31 miles away from the 2 o'clock fix. So basically at 1800 Zulu versus 2130 Zulu. Yeah, 3.5 hours traveled 31 statute miles. Yeah, or nautical miles. 35 statute miles. So it was basically 10 statute miles an hour. So we got the eye wall. The only thing we don't have is the movement, the direction. So let me go compass heading. Compass heading between 2 points, latitude, longitude, calculator. All right, let's try this. Decimal degrees. All right. Let's take in decimal degrees. So latitude is going to be 21.5. 3. .0. And then we've got the second one is going to be basically 21 and a half. And the longitude, oh, wait a minute. Latitude, wrong. Latitude? Longitude. Got a lot of lightning coming up. Hopefully that's just our beacon. 68.28. It's going to be 5 as well. Yeah, I'm not gigged up on that one. I don't know. We'll have to do something. Oh, hey, we broke out. We'll have to do something a little different to figure that. See, I was trying to do this, but it said compass point between 2 locations. I don't think that's probably the. But you could see nautical miles is basically 31, kilometers 56. We know it's 35 statute miles. But we don't quite have. It's not really compass point. I want a heading. Bearing between 2 altitudes. Alright, maybe I better pay attention to flying. What are we at here? Whew. $77. We'll figure that out later. Although it would be kind of nice to do it right now. Alright, let me try to do it really quick. Latitude. 68. 28.79 west. That didn't work. Alright, well, maybe when we're on the ground, we'll find one. Alright, we gotta land this bad boy now. It's getting about time, isn't it? Oh man, that's some brutal stuff out there. Alright, so we got that involved. So we sent them in. So that should be moving away from us. We'll be making a right turn in a second. We're gonna go idle. Hit approach. Let's go ahead and get down to 170. At least 180. Alright, I say we put down one notch of flaps. Let's RT burns 14 out. That's interesting. It's okay. All right, we're going to go down 15, putting in 15 degrees of flaps. Wind is going right to left. Get us up to 170. See the lane through there, which is kind of funny. So that was pretty cool. So we found out that the storm had moved 35 statute miles, that the eye was now 9 statute miles across, and that it was moving around 10 miles an hour. And then we didn't get the degrees, but we'll figure that out. Not too shabby. I would say it's a successful mission so far. You agree, Buster? I agree. All right, we're coming in. Gear's going to go down at Kuriv. Let's go ahead and are we 10 miles out? Aguadilla traffic. Coast Guard 1006, 10 miles out to the east, inbound on the RNAV, runway 26. Aguadilla. There's no one around.
Altitude.
Curious if I have to go to the mist. Let's go 680. So let's go 700. All right, let's go gear down. Got all of our lights. Let's get the landing light on.
Altitude.
Aguadilla is 3,000 feet. go flaps 15, or flaps 30, excuse me. Put in some power. That last flap is a beast. Radio traffic, Coast Guard 1006, short final, runway 26. Radio. Let's go ahead and get to 60. Getting a little slow. Whites and 2 reds, or it's 3 reds,
don't sink,
1 white.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
I don't plan on it.
Sink, don't
500.
Don't sink, don't sink.
Autopilot.
Don't sink.
500.
We got gear, flaps, lights. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's a big bump. I'm trying to land it like a do a go around.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
Why not, right?
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
Gear up, positive rate.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
Flaps all the way up. Let's recycle the flight directors.
Altitude.
See if it will turn. It's gonna turn. Autopilot's on. Let's try that one again. Honestly, I forgot to do the record button. Alright, so let's do this. Let's swing us around. We're at 3,000 feet. Let's go straight north.
Altitude.
All right, let's go back. All right, so here we go. Let's keep it at this. Actually, let's keep it at this. And away we go. All right. No sweat. Nothing like a little go around. Again, I probably should have done engine anti-ice coming down. All right, looking good. 190 on the speed. Max 210. So we'll keep it this. Keep it this way. We're going to set it to 1800. Aguadilla traffic. Coast Guard 1006 is on a right downwind for the RNAV 26. Aguadilla. I mean, there's no one out there anyway. I should have called mist, but there's nobody. There's no one there. Now look at the eye. The eye just got really wonky. Look at that. But you could still see the clouds in there, so it's not a complete, it's not really definitive, right? approach button. Let's see what happens. Okay, glide path is armed. Seven, eight. My guess is that's rain. Aguadilla traffic, Coast Guard 1006, making a right base for the RNAV 26. Aguadilla. Alright, here we go. We're certainly going to have good conditions. Again, missed approach is 3,000. That was good. I mean, it was the first time we ever did a missed approach in this thing, so that was good. I mean, we need to, if we're going to take this into a VATSIM event or do something with it. Keep flying into these hurricanes. We're going to need to, eventually we're going to have to do a missed approach. We're going to have to go around or do something. Times are turning on the final, huh? So we're 15 miles out. Aguadilla traffic, Coast Guard 1006, 15 miles to the east, inbound on the RNAV 26. All right, there's the heading bug. See it? Ooh, we're going fast. It's because we're descending. Glide path is already on, so I could stick this bad boy up to 3,000. It's not going to do a darn thing, which is good. All right, let's get to 190, and then we'll give it a little help. All right, flaps 15. Power up to 50. Again, no auto throttle. Alright, let's knock this off. Let's go gear down. Taxi light on. Well, landing light. Let's keep the landing light on. How about that? Let's slowly bump our power up. Flaps 35. Flaps full. So let's get to 60. That's stable. Oh, looks like we got some rain coming in on final. Let me back away just a touch. Too much. Yeah, right there. Auger light's looking good. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and retract our spoilers. Charlie would be nice, but probably a problem. Aguadilla traffic, Coast Guard 1006, short final, runway 26, Aguadilla.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
500.
All right, let's go
Autopilot.
ahead and take off our autopilot.
Don't sink,
500.
don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
500.
at 60. I get a little bit more juice. Is probably the better. All right, let's go ahead and deploy the spoilers. How does that look, by the way? Oh, that looks good. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I didn't hit the... Isn't that funny? That's so funny.
Landing gear.
Oops,
Landing
not
gear.
the landing gear.
Landing gear.
Well, that was pretty cool, guys. Not lying. It's first time, I mean, you know, first time got to actually try to pinpoint the eye of the hurricane, see how far the diameter was of the eye wall. So again, we found out that it had moved 35 statute miles. Let's go ahead and hold on. Let's pay attention here. It moved 35 statute miles in 3.5 hours. It was moving not due west, but it was moving a little bit northwest, west-northwest. We can legitimately say that. And let's put the parking brake on. Everything's up. We're all cleaned up. Let's see, hold on. Let's get those things off because those need to come off right away. Oh yeah, fried everyone again. So good. All right. So yeah. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. We got jostled around a little bit. Kind of flew over the top. The top. We took this bad boy up to flight level 450, which is what the tops were, and so we could attest to that. The tops were right, and everything else was good. So anyway. This is where they're at right now. So it's a little wobble, a little wonky. Let's go ahead and shut this thing down. Hold on. tell you what, man, I like it. I like it. I mean, it's a little raw because you don't have the auto throttle, but it's a lot of fun to fly. It is a lot of fun to fly. It's a lot of fun to fly. All right, guys, that was a wrap. Thanks for joining us on this flight out from Borinquen. All right, Coast Guard Station Borinquen. So that's what we did here at Aguadilla Airport, the Rafael Hernandez International Airport. So thanks for joining us into the eye of the storm, or over the eye of the storm, I should say. We didn't go in it. We went over it, flew over it, good observers. Went up to flight level 450, and then took a couple readings, size of the wall, center of the wall, or excuse me, center of the eye. Yeah, not an usual mission for the Coast Guard. They're more search and rescue. But anyway, Buster just got called into this special surveillance mission, so we had to make use of it. So anyway, guys, till next time, clear winds, clear skies, warm winds, tailwinds in particular. Stay out of the hurricanes. God bless everybody in the way. Hopefully this thing's just going to curve out and peter out in the ocean, which it looks like it's going to. So that will be a good thing. See you guys.